Hello friends, you are all welcome to the mysterious world. In the 1970s-80s, while on one hand, Japan was progressing aggressively towards advancement and proceeding towards development. On the other hand, some parts of this nation was living under the shadow of dark horror, shock and awe. Fear of something that has an existence or not is still hard to say. Terror of such a beautiful disaster, which was very attractive to see, but the horrific death encounter she makes people face is beyond imagination. Fear of a terrifying spirit who was looking for answers to her questions in the streets of Japan. She was the second name of horror, and not just kids, but everyone in Japan used to tremble by her name. She was Kuchisake Onna. An urban prodigy character of Japan whose story is as old as anyone can remember and as mysterious as people talk about. So viewers, let us tell you all about this character, whose name was Kuchisake Onna. On the deserted parts of Japan, Kuchisake Onna used to wear surgical masks and mostly hunt for young children. Her face is always covered with surgical mask. She has a question for these kids. That question goes like this: do I look beautiful? This question seems to be a minor question to hear, but the answer to this question may be the most difficult one, because the answer to this question might kill you or otherwise can save your life. But the problem is there is no right answer to this question, because when someone answered no to this question, then she used to attack with her scissors and used to kill the one who gave that answer. And if someone answers yes, she would remove her mask and show her very scary and wounded face. Her face was divided into two parts, as if someone has ripped off her face completely. And then she used to repeat her question again. Do I still look beautiful? Even after looking at Kuchisake's scary face, if someone answers to her question as no, then also she used to kill that person. And in case anyone says yes to her question, then also she used to take her scissors and attack that person's face. She used to divide that person's face just like her face was divided into two parts. This usually used to lead to their deaths. In Japan, throughout the 1970s, this name itself had terrified people. Terror to an extent that people does not even let their children out of their house. Moreover, people stopped sending their children to school. Moreover, the newspapers were always filled with news of children and some other people victimized by Kuchisake. There were many people who have claimed that they had seen Kuchisake Onna's spirit. The panic of this terrifying character had increased so much those days that the Japan government had to provide police protection to school children so that the children can travel fearlessly to their schools. But even then, Kuchisake Onna made many people her victim. But why exactly she used to do this? The story begins during the Heian period of Japan, approximately about 1200 to 800 years ago. A beautiful woman lived in a small village in Japan, who was very proud of her beauty. She used to stay with her husband. He was a Japanese samurai. During a war, he had to go to participate in the battle. When he came back after the battle, he found his wife in offensive and nasty state with another man. That angry samurai was extremely mad at his wife, and he attacked her with his weapon. He wounded her in one stroke. She was badly injured by a single blow of his sword. That woman's mouth was completely torn by the edge of her husband's sword. Now who will call you beautiful? With these last rude words to his wife, that samurai left his house forever. That samurai's sword made such an awful, lewd and scary smile-shaped wound on that woman's face. Later, when she looked at herself, she was traumatized and shocked with the way she looked. Now she was not a person with beautiful face she used to be. The face she was so proud of is now that scary. She could not wreak this shock, and she took her own life from the scissors lying in her house. That beautiful woman died and everyone thought the story ended there. But after almost 800 years of this incident, she woke up and became a mystery known as Kuchisake Onna. Even today, people in Japan believe that Kuchisake Onna is still roaming the deserted streets of Japan in search of her next victim.